Home Minister Amit Shah, who's all set to arrive in Jammu shortly for a 3-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir to review the overall security situation. Finally, the Kochi workplace abuse that was caught on camera has become the biggest talking point across the country. Let's get started. Yes, viewers, after Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, RJD leader and former Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejashwi Yadav, who has openly opposed the passage of the Waqf Amendment Bill. He promised that the Waqf Bill will be tossed into the dustbin if the party forms the government in the upcoming elections in Bihar. He also disclosed that his party moved the Supreme Court against the controversial legislation which was passed in the parliament and later got assent from President Murmu as she signed the Waqf Amendment Bill into a law. Listen in to what the leaders have said.
But Waqf property also, it was done motivatedly, politically, to divide the country, to divide and rule policy. That BJP's agenda, that we know everything. But one day they will go away and the other government will come, and that time must remember there will be another amendment and it will be passed in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
सरकार बना करके इस कानून को कूड़ेदान में फेंकना। सीए एनआरसी का भी हम लोगों ने प्रस्ताव जो है भेजा था कि नहीं भेजा था कि किसी भी कीमत पे हम लोग सीए एनआरसी को बिहार में लागू नहीं होने देंगे। सब लोगों ने पास करके भेजा था।
Meanwhile, it's a massive showdown over Waqf bill that continues as the All India Muslim Personal Law Board has declared the bill unconstitutional and announced nationwide protests opposing the bill. While the nation celebrated the passage of the Waqf bill, AIMPLB claims that the bill is a black mark and a stain on the world's largest democracy.
देखिए, बड़े अफसोस की बात है जिस तेजी से वक्फ बिल पास हुआ कि एक दिन लोकसभा में पूरी रात बहस होती रही, 2 बजे रात को फिर राज्यसभा में भी यही हाल रहा और राष्ट्रपति के पास जाके फौरन मंजूरी नहीं मिलती है। उसको देखा जाता है, उसको परखा जाता है, उसके लीगल एक्सेप्ट देखे जाते हैं, मगर बड़े अफसोस की बात है कि राष्ट्रपति महोदया से भी उसको मंजूरी मिल गई है। अब देखते हैं अपने लीगल सेल को बिठा के कि हमारी लीगल सेल बैठ के क्या कहती है और हमारी लीगल सेल जो भी राय देगी उसके ऊपर अमल किया जाएगा। देखिए, जिस तरीके से सुप्रीम कोर्ट की बात कही जा रही थी, कानून बन गया है, तो लिहाजा आप कानून के जानकारों से पूछना चाहिए कि इसके अंदर क्या हो सकता है। इसीलिए हमारी ऑल इंडिया शिया फैसला बोर्ड की लीगल सेल है और हमारी लीगल सेल बाकायदा इसके ऊपर विचार कर रही है और उम्मीद है कि आज से कल तक के कोई रास्ता निकल के आएगा।
Joining us live is the International President of VHP, Alok Kumar. Sir, All India Muslim Personal Law Board has declared nationwide protest. How do you look at this against the Waqf bill which is passed?
It is a very wrong decision. Not because they do not have a right to protest, they do have a right to protest. But I would accuse them of spreading a blatant misinformation campaign to provoke the Muslim community by misleading them to believe that this bill is against the Muslims. This bill, before becoming an act, has passed through many stages. When it was introduced in the parliament, the opposition suggested that it be referred to the JPC. The JPC went around the country, heard all the views, and then decided its recommendations that were given to the government. The government accepted most of those recommendations, but then it was not bulldozed in the parliament. It was debated in the parliament in one of the longest debates on a bill, which went on past midnight. Everybody was allowed to speak and allowed to speak beyond the allotted time to him. Everybody was heard, and then the parliament considered it, passed it by a sufficient majority. The bill is in favor of streamlining the Waqf system. to ensure that its properties are safeguarded, to ensure that in future only such properties could be given to the Waqf of which the donor has a clear title, and then a proper documentation. The documentation to be put onto the website. It makes it transparent. It makes it foolproof. It is in favor of the Muslim community that the properties of the Waqf, that is, the properties that are donated to Allah, are well kept and used for the purposes of the Waqf. Why should somebody object to these provisions? It is in favor of the women. There would be representation of women, at least 2 in number, in the board and the Waqf Council.
And moving on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the iconic Pamban Bridge in Rameshwaram today, following Prime Minister Modi's announcement of multiple development projects worth over 8,000 crore rupees in Tamil Nadu. He also visited Ram Goswami temple on the auspicious occasion of Ram Navami in Rameshwaram. Getting you all the details of this visit.
Prime Minister Modi landed in Tamil Nadu on Sunday after concluding his 3-day Sri Lanka visit. While heading to Rameshwaram from Sri Lanka, Prime Minister Modi shared the stunning aerial view of Ram Setu. After touchdown in Rameshwaram, Prime Minister arrived in Mandapam to inaugurate India's first vertical lift railway sea bridge.
Well, the bridge is being built with a budget of 560 crore, as you mentioned, and this budget, huge budget, was used to make sure that this unique vertical sea lift bridge is being built in a very safe way and in the very perfect way with the help of IIT Chennai and IIT Mumbai. The design has been made in such a way that it can withstand 2 trains at once on the bridge, while the old bridge could only take 15 minutes for the train to pass throughout the entire strait that is there. And also it took the maximum speed that the train could travel was only 10 kilometers per hour. This new bridge will allow the train to pass at 50 kilometers speed in just 3 minutes. So it's a huge development when it comes for Rameshwaram, and the tourism is set to increase in the island of Rameshwaram with this. Apart from Rameshwaram falling, which is the Dhanushkodi, which is also the significant part of India, as it is the last point of the country of India.
After inaugurating the iconic bridge, Prime Minister Modi offered prayers at the Ramanatha temple on the auspicious occasion of Ram Navami. Prime Minister Modi also received a warm welcome from the hundreds of people who lined up to get a glimpse of him, after which he dedicated developmental project of over rupees 8,000 crores for Tamil Nadu. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Meanwhile, a huge political face-off that erupted after Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin flouted protocol and did not receive Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Rameshwaram. In fact, he also skipped all the events where Prime Minister inaugurated the Pamban Bridge and other projects. Stalin demanded a guarantee on delimitation. Prime Minister Modi countered Stalin government by challenging them to launch medical courses in Tamil Nadu in a further escalation to the language row.
தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய நாடாளுமன்றத்தினுடைய எண்ணிக்கையை குறைக்க சதி செய்யறாங்க. தொகுதி மறுசீரமைப்பு என்ற பெயர்ல மிகப்பெரிய சதி நடக்க இருக்கிறத முதல்ல உணர்ந்து அரசுக்கு எதிராக குரல் கொடுத்த மாநிலம் தான் நம்முடைய தமிழ்நாடு. வரவிருக்கக்கூடிய மக்கள் தொகை கணக்கெடுப்பு அடிப்படையில் மேற்கொள்ள போற தொகுதி சீரமைப்பு நம்மை போன்ற மாநிலங்களை வெகுவாக பாதிக்க போகுது. மக்கள் தொகையை பல்வேறு பல திட்டங்கள் மூலமா கட்டுப்படுத்தின நம்மை போன்ற மாநிலங்கள் நாடாளுமன்ற தொகுதியில் எண்ணிக்கையை பெரிய அளவில் இழக்க நேரிடும். இதே போல தென் மாநிலங்களும் தங்களுடைய தொகுதிகளை எண்ணிக்கையை இழப்பாங்க. உடனடியாக இது தொடர்பாக அனைத்து கட்சி கூட்டின அந்த கூட்டத்தில் எடுக்கப்பட்ட முடிவின்படி இதுபோல பாதிக்கப்படுகிற எல்லா மாநிலங்களையும் இணைச்சு சென்னையிலே ஒரு கூட்டம் கூட்டப்பட்டுச்சு. 7 மாநிலங்களை சார்ந்த 22 கட்சிகள் அந்த கூட்டத்தில் கலந்து கொண்டாங்க. அந்த கூட்டத்துடைய முடிவின்படி அகில இந்திய முழுமைக்கான கூட்டு நடவடிக்கை குழுவை அமைச்சிருக்கிறோம். அந்த குழுவின் சார்பில்
देश भर में कई राज्यों ने मातृभाषा में डॉक्टरी की शिक्षा आरंभ की है. अब गरीब से गरीब मां का बेटा बेटी भी जिसने अंग्रेजी नहीं पढ़ी है वो भी डॉक्टर बन सकते हैं। मैं भी तमिलनाडु सरकार से आग्रह करूंगा कि वे तमिल भाषा में डॉक्टरी के कोर्सेज चालू करें ताकि गरीब मां के बेटे बेटी भी डॉक्टर बन सके।
Cutting across to Sarda, joining us on the broadcast. Sarda, given how MK Stalin has made the language row a big political point, if he fails to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi's challenge, it's certainly going to be a huge embarrassment for him.
Well, though it was just a visit from Prime Minister Narendra Modi to introduce all the infrastructures and the national highways for the state, what has made an issue is that the Stalin boycotting this particular meet. The DMK tried to politicize Narendra Modi's visit to Rameshwaram today. While Stalin stated that the reason that he skipped the meeting is because he wanted Narendra Modi to know the drawbacks that the Tamil Nadu is facing because of the multiple laws that the centre is imposing on. It's more or less the DMK showing their protest against the centre on the laws that all made for the benefiting of the state. However, we can see that Stalin is showing a strong face in opposing the centre. He has also said that the MK Stalin's government will be moving the Supreme Court tomorrow, filing cases against the Waqf Amendment Act, the NEET, and also the implementation of the third language in the state of Tamil Nadu. We can see that the constant backfire that the Stalin government is doing against the centre is all because that they want to oppose the DMK, the BJP government in the centre.
All right, Sarda, do stay on with us. Vinod P. Selvam from Tamil Nadu BJP also with us on the broadcast. Very good evening to you and thank you for speaking to Republic. Your view on Stalin's political strategy, given how Modi's diplomacy even forced Sri Lanka to return back 13 fishermen, but Stalin flouting protocol, missing such a big development push and that event of the Pamban bridge in Tamil Nadu.
The politics of DMK has always been cheap and below the belt. Today, the Honorable Prime Minister, after travelling to 2 countries with no break, with no rest, has come down to Tamil Nadu to dedicate the first of its kind sea lift bridge to the people of Tamil Nadu. It is a very vital, very important step in the progress and development of a very backward district, namely Ramanathapuram. So the Chief Minister, in ignoring today's meeting, has very much proved that DMK and his party are anti-Tamil Nadu and they don't care about the development of the state. For them, it is all about setting false narratives and misleading people, just like how they had lied in 2021 before the elections, that as soon as they come to power, they know the secret to banning the NEET examinations. It has been over 4 years, but nothing of that sort has happened. And now again they're trying to rake up the row of NEET. They are lying about Hindi imposition, whereas up to date, not a single DMK leader has been come out and able to prove that the word Hindi is compulsory or mandatory is mentioned anywhere in the documents of the new education policy. This goes to show the double standards of the DMK. The Chief Minister very much knows that he cannot get any limelight when he shares the dais with the Honorable Prime Minister because all eyes will always be on the Prime Minister of the nation because of his charisma and because of his honesty and because he is here to serve the people, especially the people of Tamil Nadu, and I don't think DMK likes that, and that is the only reason the Chief Minister has skipped today's meeting and he is lying about delimitation, for which there is no set formula being formulated at this point. He's just trying to mislead and trying to create a sort of chaos to hide the shortfalls and the misgovernance of the present DMK government.
All right, Mr. Selvam, thank you for speaking to Republic. And while chants of glory to Lord Ram that rent the air across West Bengal today as top state BJP leaders sporting saffron turbans led colourful processions on the occasion of Ram Navami. From opposition leader Shubhendu Adhikari, state chief Shukanta Majumdar to his predecessor Dilip Ghosh, the BJP rolled out its heavy artilleries for a demonstration of Sanatan pride on Ram Navami. Meanwhile, a top academic who claimed that the authorities at Jadavpur University denied permission to hold a Ram Navami puja on campus, even as Break India graffiti dotted its walls, sparking fresh concerns over the space to urban Naxals. Here's that report.
Triumphalist chants of Jai Shri Ram rent the air in the far corners of Bengal as the BJP state stalwarts led colourful processions on the occasion of Ram Navami. From Kharagpur, Howrah to Tamluk, Ram Bhakts draped in saffron took out rallies chanting glory to Lord Ram. Opposition leader Shubhendu Adhikari, who gave a clarion call to Sanatanis earlier to come out in their best and brightest on Ram Navami, led a rally in his stronghold Tamluk. Sporting a saffron turban, Shubhendu was seen matching steps with Sanatanis and raising Jai Shri Ram chants at the procession in the area. Speaking to the media, Shubhendu played on Yogi's Ek Hai To Safe Hai tune with an eye on the next assembly elections in the state.
ये तो मोदी जी का स्लोगन है, ये जमीनी हकीकत है। एक रहेगा तो सेफ रहेगा और बांटना मत। इस बार बंगाल का सनातनी बांटेगा नहीं, वो 500 रुपया में बिकने वाला नहीं है इसमें।
Former BJP state president Dilip Ghosh was also pictured leading a bike rally in Kharagpur on the auspicious Ram Navami. The BJP's women leaders were also out in full force demonstrating Sanatan pride on the occasion. However, BJP's IT cell head Amit Malviya claimed in a social media post that the BJP was stopped from holding Ram Navami marches and rallies in several areas of the state. Not to be outdone amid the BJP's attempts to consolidate the Hindu vote bank on Ram Navami, the ruling Trinamool Congress also organized rallies. Meanwhile, a top academic in Bengal claimed that the authorities at the prestigious Jadavpur University denied permission to hold a Ram Navami puja on campus.
ये क्या तकलीफ है? यहाँ इतना डिबेट क्यों होता है? इतना अंडर सिचुएशन क्यों रहता है? अगर यह रामनवमी जो लोग पालन करना चाहता है वो लोग को कुछ प्रिकॉशन दे सकता, कुछ मेजरमेंट दे सकता, कुछ टर्म कंडीशन दे सकता, जो ऐसे इसका पालन करना है, डिस्टर्ब नहीं होना चाहिए, सबको लेकर पालन करना है, ठीक है, मगर उसका परमिशन नहीं देगा, इसका मतलब यह इफ्तार पार्टी चलेगा, रामनवमी नहीं चलेगा.
This even as Azadi posters and graffiti resurfaced on the JU campus, raising fresh concerns over the space given to urban Naxals. As the BJP goes all out to woo and mobilize Sanatanis on Ram Navami, will it translate into votes in 2026?
And well, weeks after the massive showdown on campus over the promotion of urban Naxal elements and Break India graffiti, Ram Navami celebrations that were held at the Jadavpur University campus. At the same time, while the celebrations were on, there were old graffiti and posters with slogans like Azadi and Free Kashmir seen on the walls. Later, the graffitis and posters were covered with the national flag. Cutting across to Kiya Ghosh from the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. Certainly a big snub to separatists in the Jadavpur University, hopefully also marking the future discourse in the education campus.
Absolutely. See, firstly, this is West Bengal, which is a part of India. And where in West Bengal, in Kolkata, you see a university which is flaunting Azad Kashmir, Free Kashmir placards and on graffitis on board. And the sad thing is that the authority, they are allowing it. Not only that, the state of West Bengal, the government of West Bengal, they did not take any chance against these urban Naxals and the left on the whole. Because Mamata Banerjee,
she is hand in gloves with these urban Naxals and the left just for the votes. Now, in your documentary, the story you showed, you mentioned one word, that's for the vote. Forget the vote here. It is about existence. Because currently the situation in Bengal, right now, I was in a rally, in Ram Navami rally, right here in the heartland of Kolkata, where apparently in one area where the small Ram Mandir is there in Kasba, we were not allowed to enter. Why? Because the people of Gulshan colony, which is suddenly this ghetto came out of nowhere, these people might be offended. So this is the situation, like Shubhenduda correctly mentioned, ek hai to safe hai. In Bengal, it is a matter of existence for the Sanatanis, for the Hindus, for which I really thank and applaud the measure taken by the nationalist students of Jadavpur University to cover these graffitis, anti-India graffitis with national flags. Because our identity, it is Indian first, nation first. So they are talking about Palestine. They are talking about Azad Kashmir. It seems they are oblivious of the fact that India has become free in 1947 out of the British clutches. And not only that, Kashmir has become free when Article 370 was abrogated. They still want Kashmir to be a part of Pakistan. That is the saddest story. And urban Naxals and the left, they have the audacity to go ahead and do such things because Mamata Banerjee's government has a soft spot for them, soft corner, and it is she gives a kind of a subtle green signal. Otherwise, don't you think if the authority wanted, if the government wanted, if the administration wanted, these graffitis would have just been wiped off in a matter of hours. But since the government, they have a feeling for these urban Naxals because in coming 2026, they will need them for this no vote to BJP campaign. They kind of let them be and let them carry on their anti-India agenda.
All right, Kiya Ghosh, many thanks for, of course, sharing your perspective on that. Moving on, as Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be on a 3-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir beginning today to review the security situation and interact with security personnel. During this 3-day visit, Amit Shah will also meet with BJP MLAs in Jammu, besides chairing 2 crucial separate security review meetings of Unified Headquarters and annual pilgrimage of Sri Amarnath Yatra, anti-terror operations that have been ongoing in Kathua for the past 15 days, and DG BSF, who will also hold a security review meeting with the officials at international border. BSF chief will review anti-infiltration grid on the border and BSF operations in the hinterland. Cutting across to Gursimran, joining us live with the latest updates. Gursimran, over to you for the security arrangements that have been deployed and what's on the agenda of Union Home Minister's visit to Jammu and Kashmir.
See, in next 10 minutes, we can expect Union Home Minister Amit Shah to be in Jammu. He has left Jaipur roughly 45 minutes back, and he is expected to land anytime now in Jammu airport, wherein he will be received by the Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha and the leaders from the Bharatiya Janata Party. After this, he will be directly going to the Raj Bhavan, and at around 8, he will be at the BJP headquarters in Jammu, wherein he will be meeting the BJP leaders, including the core group of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Jammu. Deliberate discussions will take place on the organizational matters as well as the expansion of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the Kashmir Valley, and post that the Amit Shah will again be heading back to the Raj Bhavan. Tomorrow morning he is scheduled to visit the international border in the Kathua Siranagar sector to review the preparedness as well as the anti-infiltration grid of the border security force and the ongoing operations in Kathua that have entered the 15th day. Even as we speak, Amit Shah has crossed over from the Kathua district in the area of the Bilawar, Ramkot. He has flown through that area, and importantly, the security review meetings are to take place on 8th of April in the Srinagar, that is the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir.
All right, Gursimran, many thanks for getting us those details. And moving on, that shocking video that has surfaced showing young employees being treated worse than animals crawling on the floors, leashed like dogs, and force-fed bananas spat by their seniors, all because they had failed to meet their sales targets. This isn't discipline. This is dehumanization. This is slavery in the name of sales. The company, Keltro, operating in Kochi, that was sold dream jobs of a decent package offering 12,000 rupees in pay, but delivered public humiliation and psychological torture. And when a young woman resisted, she was allegedly summoned to a terrace and insulted by the general manager. That manager, Hubali, has now been booked for insulting that woman. The State Youth Commission has also taken suo motu action, and protests have erupted, forcing the closure of the firm's office in Kallur. Cutting across to my colleague Ashwini for the latest as far as action against the perpetrators is concerned. Over to you, Ashwini.
Suresha, in fact, this incident came to light and it has now forced...
the Labour Minister, V. Shivankuti, to also respond. In fact, Republic did confront the minister, and what he said was there is ambiguity. Very, very surprising. There is ambiguity in this entire case. He has also said that the incident happened 4 months ago, and the entire video could also be because of some personal enmity, Suresha. That is the statement that has been given by the Labour Minister V. Shivankuti, and they said it will be investigated. He has also assured that all investigation will be taken forward, and that a report of the district Labour officer is now being sought, which will take 2 days to come, and if that is not satisfactory, then the Labour Commissioner will investigate. So such a gory incident has come to light. Minister has confirmed to Republic that it has happened 4 months ago, but he is saying there is ambiguity, there is some personal rivalry because of which this video was shot. And if you look at the entire story, Suresha, there is also already a lot of protest that is going on in one end. There is suo motu case started, but the minister seems to be thinking something else, and he's saying there is ambiguity in this whole case itself. That is very surprising, and that is something that's the latest update on this case as far as the Kochi company's latest controversial video is concerned. Suresha.
Oh yes, absolutely, Ashwin. It is very surprising given what we see on camera and how this has become the biggest talking point across the nation. We wait and watch for further updates when the investigation puts out details. And with that, it's a wrap on 6 at 6. We'll be back tomorrow with the top 6 stories of the day. This is Suesha Sawant signing off. Thank you for watching.
MDH का किचन किंग किचन में हो तो हम सब कुछ बना सकते हैं। बैंगन का भरता, आलू गोभी, भिंडी मसाला और भी बहुत कुछ।
MDH. Here in America, Mr. Musk, justice is not for sale.
Regardless of your party, regardless of who you voted for, what's going on today, what's happening today is abhorrent.
I'm here because this is wrong. Oh, everything is wrong.
I'm here today as a person with a disability to stand up for all the 70 million people.
Hands off! Hands off! Our research!